Yo, 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 let's get the business.
Yo, 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 yo. Let's get the business. I got another special guest, man. A crazy, crazy, phenomenal athlete. You already know, and a special and a fun person to be around. Uh, of course, an Ohio kid originally, you know what I mean? But the work ethic, amazing. Played a lot of basketball. He could cook you on the court or cook you on the gridiron, whichever you pick your poison, whichever one. Cook your secondary or cook your guard up. You know what I mean? Shake and bake. Um, but yeah, looked up to him a lot growing up, man. He used to work me in the gym too whenever I was hooping. So big up to that. You already know we're gonna get a little into that. But gym rat, he always put his head down, blocking out noise and distractions. He's multi-talented, versatile. He's superbly quick, sticky hands, solid character, fun to be around. He's a high-level character and he's professional. You know what I mean? And he's very funny and informative. If you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So give it up, man. Jerry Turner.
In the building, out there, man.
You already know. What's up, man? How's it been going, man? You got a lot going on. He's a busy man.
A lot going on right now. Yeah, it's been good though.
Whole lot. You involved. It's that good busy you got going on.
Yeah.
He does a lot, man, with the community and the kids and training and AAU and everything, man. And we're gonna get into that though, man. So, of course, you grew up an Ohio kid, but tell them a little bit about your upbringing from Ohio to when you got to Kentucky and the football and basketball, man.
Wow. Actually, although I'm originally from Ohio and I grew up in Ohio, I was a military kid.
So word, okay. Brat. So that's what brought you around here, basically.
Yeah, so we traveled a lot. I mean, in between different stations, we'll go back to Ohio and stay for a while, and then we'll get back. So we was Texas, Germany. North Carolina. Yeah. So we did a lot of traveling with that. Mm-hmm. And then that's what brought me to.
Ended up being here, the Fort Knox area. Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So yeah, because we first came, there was a lot of talk about like, yeah, this kid he's nice, man. So, and of course, you played football over the years, but you also played basketball. But tell them a little bit. A lot of people know that about you already, but tell a little bit about like how you came up. Basically, was you always into sports? 2-parent household.
Yep, you know? 2-parent household. Okay. Definitely played sports. My older siblings was sports, so we was sports. Yeah. I actually like baseball better than like.
Did you work? I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, baseball was really my first like go get
That's
it.
That's crazy. Sport. We got that in common, man. I was a baseball kid.
Yeah, I got hit with the ball twice. So this probably ain't the best sport for me. So I'm good.
It's different when you get hit with that ball, man. People underestimate the danger of baseball because you get thumped in the right place, man. It's crazy.
I mean, realistically, it got in the way of me. I really started to love basketball.
Right.
And summertime was AAU basketball, so
yeah. That's hooping time.
Away for that, yeah.
You love basketball. I know that for definitely.
Yeah.
That ended up being the plateau that you stepped up on, and still carrying on to this day. Basically, it's a major part of your life still. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, like you said, basketball. Who's some of your top inspirations coming up? Like, it don't even have to be in sports, but just in life. Like, who inspired you the most whenever you was younger coming up? Okay, I'm kind of mirroring him. I kind of duplicate that and take a little bit of this and turn it into your own version. You know what I mean?
I mean, if I'm real, I mean, it definitely changed. It definitely changed as I got older.
Okay,
But my older brother.
Word, your brother's
my brother. He was legit, man, and he was a mean dude. Like he was a great brother. Like I won't ever take nothing away from him, but like he was like the way he
had some grit about him.
I can go and I can say this guy did this for me. He inspired me here and things like that. But like realistically, as far as like who I am, like how I am and everything, like my brother, he really instilled that in me.
So he instilled some character development in you.
No, everything.
Yeah, everything. Backyard, going hard with you.
I mean,
elbowing you in the face, one-on-one.
Listen, the way that I am. I mean, we got into it not too long ago. He was like, "Yo, what is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Bro, you did this. Like you created this right here. Like it's not nothing new. Like this is what you made me to be. So you got to deal with this. Like this is what you did." So,
he turned you into a beast, basically. That's nice. That's nice. But that's good, man, because you're an athlete, man. Your competitive nature, you know, man. He sparked that out of
Right,
you, man.
right.
And yeah, I remember your brother coming. He was hooping. He was
he was legit.
he could get to the cup too. He was strong. I remember that. Quick. Yeah. So that's dope, man. So some ups and downs along your journey in life. You know, we always got things that we go through, obstacles, adversity in life. What were a few things that you had to overcome, you feel like, to get where you are today? A number of things, I'm sure.
School was the first thing.
School is, man.
I mean, it just
Mm-hmm.
coming out of high school, having certain schools recruiting you, and I mean,
Recruiting process.
My parents, they told me how important school was.
So they instilled that in you early.
Yeah, but I didn't listen. I didn't. So I went the JUCO route, and
Right.
I mean, it was just bad decision after bad decision after bad decision that I had to overcome it to start becoming a little more intelligent about the way I go about my process with basketball and school and things like that. So I mean, school was my biggest hurdle, like understanding, like, bro, you got to get this done.
You got to lock in on that. Academics or everything at that level. So did you go JUCO first?
I went JUCO. I went out to I went out to Dixon State out in Utah.
Word. I didn't know that. Okay. I was gonna dive into that.
I went out there for a year. And I transferred to John Logan up in Illinois.
John A. Logan. I know what it is. I've been up there. I had friends play baseball up there. I've been in that area.
That's a big baseball place.
Did you like Utah? Did you like it down there?
I loved it.
Like crisp air? The air nice and crisp.
If anybody ever asked me, like, what's one thing you ever regret? And transferring from that school after my first year.
Okay, interesting.
It was that place.
Nice. What'd you love most about it? The facility, the program, the people?
Everything.
Everything.
I mean, I strongly disliked the coach, although and it was because I was immature. I mean, realistically,
so you wasn't ready for that challenge.
I wasn't ready. Like Coach, I grew up with Coach Heron. He yelled, right?
Right.
This guy
he definitely yelled.
This guy was worse.
So you didn't. So that's taking accountability, though. You look back at it and you like,
oh yeah, no, I wasted that year. Now I went up there and I did my thing. Like I was for 3/4 of the season, I was number 1 in the country for assist to turnover ratio. Like I mean, it was a successful year, but the coach was horrible.
Right.
In my head at the time.
And so you playing point guard up there too. So was he pulling you over all the time, telling you, kind of directing you in a harsh way?
No. He was.
It's just guidance.
No. So at that school, like the school was rule. I mean, it was a cool school.
Right.
We had a point guard coach.
Okay.
Right? So we had a guy who he talked to me.
So he was a guard coach.
You need to be doing that. You need to be doing this. You need to do that. And so he gave me all the advice. The head coach was straight up like, if you're not doing this, you out. If you're doing it, and I wasn't. I grew up better.
Right.
Like, I mean, the kids that I went to Fort Knox. Like,
so it was just a part of your growth and process.
100%.
And you were still young, and it seemed like when you first go from a different, like say middle school to high school, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
For me, it was a big challenge. I was shocked when I went from middle school to high school. I'm like, this is different. Like
100%.
So I can only imagine going from high school to college.
Oh yeah, no,
that was your first year of college. So I wouldn't beat myself up bad about it, but that's interesting though. I didn't know that. You ever still talk to the coach?
No.
Never?
Yeah, the assistant, yes.
Okay.
The assistant every once in a while, like every blue moon.
They're a good relationship.
We'll check up. And then some of the players will check up. But as far as that, I mean, it was gorgeous out there, man. It was 75 degrees year round.
I'm about to ask you, the weather was crazy.
I mean, just the whole experience was. We had suites. Like the whole experience was
nice.
Catered
to very nice.
Yeah,
that's dope, man. I didn't even know you went out there. So I was gonna ask you. That kind of dives into my next question. Who's a big mentor type of person, or like maybe an OG or somebody that dropped a lot of gems on you, like on the way? Because that could be important, especially due to your situation you just mentioned.
As far as high school, I mean, honestly, there were so many. Like going down to Fort Knox playing ball. Like when I got to high school and I was playing ball on Fort Knox, whatever. Like the GIs back then, the dudes of the military back then, they would talk to me. I mean,
them dudes is different too. Yeah,
moving to E-Town, like I didn't coming from military, traveling so much to come into E-Town.
Yeah,
it was different.
Culture shock,
Like it
a
was
little bit.
different because the people was they cared.
Right. Yeah.
Like
It is a big difference in the program itself.
Yeah,
they care about the kids.
it was and the people outside.
Yeah, the community
was so different. Like they legit care. Like I'm walking around and what up, Turner?
Right. Yeah.
Like how you know what I'm saying? Like
it was
for real. I mean, Big
it's like
Mike,
a
the way he's
community
talking to you about stuff like after game, they like, yo, man, you good, man? Don't worry
Big
about
Mike
it.
on the sideline talking. Yeah.
I mean, it was a different experience coming from military schools.
Right, because everything in the military is so spread out, and it's not
you travel so much.
Yeah, it's not like set based community.
Right. So they don't really realistically they don't care.
Right.
They don't care about the.
But at ETL, you got people going to every game. They know your personality. They know your people.
Yes.
You know, even in football, you got people on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, I mean,
it was different.
Football was crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
and you was a human highlight reel out there in football, my brother.
I mean, when you got a quarterback who can make things happen, all you gotta do is just do what you're told. I mean, realistically,
it was a good relationship. It was a good. Y'all had very nice chemistry. You know what I mean? You ran incredibly nice routes. You know what I mean? And he put it on the numbers, man, in unison. So, but yeah, man. So moving forward with this, who's somebody's game that you just looked at, man? Like when you got to the college level, and you noticed where you was at, and you like, man, yo, this is a beast right here. Like this dude is. He's cooking people. He's nice. This is a different level. Who was that person that woke you up and was like, yo, I'm here? You know what I mean? Like, is there anybody that you guarded or anybody that you played against or just somebody that you watched play on that level?
Man.
A number of them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's when you get there, you think it'd be like a moment that'll get you to that point. Like, I mean, to be honest, what made me like eye opener, like, oh, this is it. Is when
I'm here.
It was a guard. It was a guard my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say his name, but I got there and I'm like, I'm going to Georgetown. Like, mm-hmm. I'm going to Georgetown, whatever. Like I had some other schools I was supposed to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an open gym.
Okay.
And the coach was like, went back to the office, talking to me about it, and I'm like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like
it's different out here.
I don't even feel like looking for any more schools. Like I'm coming, whatever. So in my head, I'm like, this is my school. Like I'm about to be starting point guard at this school.
Right.
I get there and it's a 6'3" guard. There,
different
point guard there. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Right. So like that moment was like.
Yeah.
But then
bigger guard,
he's starting over me at the beginning, right?
Yeah, that was different for you.
Yeah, like wait, what's going on here?
When have you ever had to sit behind somebody?
I didn't. So it sparked something in me to where I was like that was the moment that showed me like who I was.
Yeah.
Really, like I've always been in a situation to where I was the person,
right.
And I never had to show what that inner character looked like.
Yes.
Once he showed me he was starting over me, like he became an enemy immediately.
Right. In your eyes, you like, oh man, like
he sent him my way.
Yeah.
And this is my teammate. Like if he say, hey, Joe, I need you right now, I'm like, bro, I got you. But while we're in practice like that,
yeah.
bro, like we are enemies.
It's a battle, man.
And I made practice hell for dude every day.
Yeah.
Until coach was like, all right, listen, you're the guy, come on.
Until you won him over.
And then I became the guy after we played Louisville.
You put the work in.
And then right after the Louisville game,
I seen the highlights. Yeah, y'all was playing Louisville. Was that who was playing for Louisville that year? Was it Francisco Garcia and them out there? Was it that year?
No.
It wasn't that year, was it?
Edgar Sosa. And
yeah.
Smith.
Yeah.
My junior year was really good, but my senior year we lost to them by 7. Senior year.
Yeah.
So
not bad. From D1, like top D1, man. Like,
yeah. That was, and they were a good team that year.
Different level, yeah. That was a very good team that year. Georgetown College, though, man, y'all 07 and 08 season at Georgetown, to my understanding.
Yeah, they
32-2.
Yeah. Now that year we went 35-1.
35-1.
We lost in the Final Four. We was 35-0 walking.
I was putting that work in.
Four, yeah. No, that team was. Like, I've never played in my life with a team like that. Like the relationships, like you
Right.
know how like you go on all teams. There's whether y'all
Mhm.
chemistry on the court is good or not. Like
Right.
you always got cliques.
Right.
This
It's
team-
like these 2 or 3 will go to the movies
Mhm,
together. These 2 will
mhm,
go visit
mhm,
somewhere.
mhm.
Yeah.
Nah, this team was not like that at
Y'all
all.
was all brothers.
I mean, like
brotherhood.
legit, we had 14 players on the team.
That's
All 14 of us
Mhm.
was at a party together.
That's beautiful.
Like I was like I've never experienced.
Y'all
Like,
all bowling together.
the whole time we was. I mean, now we had moments where I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
we got something to eat, whatever. But for the most part, like we did stuff together. Like I've never experienced anything like that.
That matters
Like
too.
it was the relationship was crazy.
That sounds so beautiful.
So the relationship on the court was just as good then.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we passed the ball. We didn't care about who was scoring on basketball. We had a 6'3" post.
Yeah.
I mean, he was playing against 6'3" post. Like he was
strong.
Named Gus Chase. Like I've never seen anybody like him, man. Like he knew how to use his body, step back.
Mhm.
I mean, jump. I mean, he
wide shoulders, everything.
Legit. So
6'3" post.
Yeah,
that sounds nuts.
And the bad thing about it, we had 6'6" wings and all kinds of stuff like that. But our post was like 6'3", 6'4". I mean, he was.
He was nuts, bro.
Beast.
Chuck Hayes type.
Beast. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What's Chuck Hayes? 6'5", maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't even know if he was 6. That's crazy.
He was a beast.
So yeah, I was looking. I had to do my homework a little bit because I think so I had the seasons wrong, but only losing the exhibition to Louisville was an Xavier too, maybe. But 10-0 in the conference.
Yeah.
19-0 at home.
Yep.
What? And y'all thrashed Berea. I'm look 119-42.
Man, listen. And our
yo, Berea, y'all got cooked that night. Roast beef and potatoes, yo.
It was a bad night for them.
Fried chicken, man, with the extra barbecue sauce.
My coach, he was on another level.
That was different. Was y'all pressing? What y'all doing?
I mean, no. We 94 feet.
Yeah.
We played man to man 94 feet.
As soon as you grab it, as soon as it's on.
I mean, coach
might not be able to get it in.
Listen,
it was ball deny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we was 94 feet the whole entire game.
That's nasty.
So
119 to 42.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Mansfield, y'all beat 115 to 42?
Yeah.
I hope their family didn't come to that game, man. I hope their girl didn't see that, man.
It was those was like right before Christmas break. Like we had some games like before Christmas break, to where we were like, all right,
wow.
So
y'all barbecued them right for Christmas. Take his Christmas gifts. That's nice. And then Indiana East 146 to 90. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cooking them, man. So was it easy to stick to the decision with basketball over football? Because just like you ask anybody else, you was as good as football as you was in basketball. And to my understanding, yeah, they was parallel. You could have went in football, you could have went in basketball. You had a lot of decision making to make, you know what I mean? As far as coming out of high school.
Right. No, I mean,
because you put numbers up in football too.
I did.
Did you break records and everything?
I had a few state records.
Yeah. But you love basketball.
Yeah, that was it.
You just the love of the game.
That was it. Like, I mean, it was like I went in and visited Louisville and Kentucky, but that was because Coach Rivera was like, "Hey, can you do this for me?"
Word.
I mean, now when I got out there, I was like, "Oh, this is nice." Like,
shout out Coach Rivera.
Myself. Yeah, no, Coach Rivera was legit.
So.
But I had to break it down like this. It's like, if we had a bad practice in basketball and he said, y'all better come back later on today, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's do it. And then even that day, he was like, yo, we got another one tonight. I'm gonna be like, all right, let's do it. If I'm playing football at that time right then, he said, yeah, come back later on today. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do that.
The passion's not the same.
It wasn't. Now, if I would have started football, I mean,
maybe so. If
I'd have started football when I started basketball, like I played football my 8th grade year for Fort Knox. I played for the freshman team.
Yeah. And
then I came to E-Town, and then my freshman year I played. And I was like, I'm good. I don't play football no more.
Like, forget all this.
And then
they try to make you play defense too, safety.
I was like, listen, I don't want to play defense. Yo, throw me the ball. Let's get to work. I don't want to play.
That's what I like about playing football, man. I had to play special teams, kickoff return, hands team, punt team, offense, defense.
And when you're an athlete, that's what you got to do. You got to do it all.
Yo, I was doing everything. Man.
I lucked up. I had I had some crazy athletes on my team. I had AJ.
Y'all had a nuts team. My junior year where I didn't play, y'all in state team.
Man. Yeah, that team was Robert playing defense end. Yeah, I mean he was
Robert was nasty at DN. And Brandon out there? Robert and Brandon.
If we're talking about somebody who should have realistically if I'd have played football, I probably would have had a better career in football. But somebody who should have played football, Robert, if you'd have played football.
Robert was a maniac in football.
Man, he was scary.
Man, I remember just watching him coming off that end. Was he 6'4", 6'5"?
6'5",
but a very mobile and quick and strong 6'5", and smart kid.
He played guard in basketball.
Right, like
he's a guard.
He was different in basketball too. Yeah. Especially for his size. He was like an all around. He was a positionless basketball player.
He was.
So that's dope, man. I've always just wondered that too. I'm like, man, he got a bunch of offers in football. I'm sure you got some top school offers. I'm not sure of the schools, but yeah, man, your highlight reel was insane too.
I appreciate that.
Bring the cuts, gone. So, of course, you led the school to the state championship, and you was burning corners and safeties and turning them into roast beef and potatoes like we talked about. You know, I'm talking about seriously. One play, 80 yards, you cooked, man. You're done. So, those football highlights was unreal. And what was your favorite route to run, like as a receiver? Did you have one?
Oh, post
route.
Yeah, it's not even once he was like
15 and up.
I was like, absolutely, appreciate you. Let's do this.
Yeah,
because I had a quarterback who wanted to throw.
He definitely did.
Like he wanted to, like he'll wait and let me get out there. And all right, go get it.
Shout out to 12.
Go get it. Yeah,
Chris Todd, baby.
Chris Todd, man, he'll
go put it on the numbers.
Oh no, he'll
loft it and be like, yeah.
He was like, go get it.
Go get that.
So I mean, it was.
So you big up in him, man. You throwing him the praise, but you owe it to yourself too, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I appreciate that.
He's gonna burn you, man. He's gonna burn you. Have your footwork, have your tape, have the tape on your ankles ready. You know what I mean? Like to do the tape up. Have that. You have a favorite pair of gloves? You wear the cutters?
I wore the cutters.
Did you? I did too. I was the cutters, man.
Oh, no, those cutters was. I didn't know what cutters was. Listen,
cutters was different.
E-Town brought so much knowledge. Like,
right.
I'm not joking. When I came here, I was like, okay, cool. Like I didn't know what cutters was. I'm over there, and Zip Duncan.
Shout out to Zip Duncan.
Gave me some cutters one day, and I was like, what is?
Sticky
hand. Was it supposed to be? I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zip Duncan gave me some cutters one day. I was like,
Zip's a cool teammate, man.
No, he was. Man, that team was.
He ended up going to the Eagles and the Kentucky Wildcats. You know what I mean?
That team was special.
It was different. So Zip gave you the cutters.
Yeah,
that's nice, man. So, you got a top 3 most favorite receivers? While we still on football,
Randy Moss.
Randy, yeah. I was expecting that name.
See, Randy Moss and Jerry Rice, like those are my 2, right? I love Jerry Rice because he was such a great route runner.
Oh my God, it was so just smooth and there was no blemishes in it.
But then Randy Moss was
athletic, crazy.
The rest, you know what I'm saying? Like he was so good. But then the other ones is like, all right, cool. I mean, there's a lot of good ones after that, but those 2 right there is like those are it for me.
That's where it starts with those 2.
Those are it for me.
And I seen what Travis Kelce just broke Jerry Rice's receiving record as far as like the postseason receptions. Yeah. He just now beat it.
I mean,
like literally, they throw him the ball a lot.
Yeah, he gets some touches.
A lot of touches. He gets some touches. He is the touch.
Right. He gets some touches.
Facts, man. So look, I was on YouTube looking at your highlights, and you was cooking again, man. And I just want to big up that because you was penetrating off the bounce. You had the floater going. You know what I mean? The tray ball was splashing, and it had them broke down into different categories. Mm-hmm. Like this is how he defends. Boom. And it had a whole segment of you making defensive plays.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And everything. So to me, it was dope. But moving forward with this, the youth basketball training and coaching AAU teams, you know what I mean? Could you elaborate how you got involved with that? You know what I mean?
Once I decided, all right, so I started playing professionally for is a league that just opened up called the PBL.
Okay.
It was only hot for like, and they were paying.
Locally?
It was good. Now it was so my team was in Indiana, so
Okay.
I played for the Indiana Diesels. But
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that league it just started, right? I'm talking about they were it was good.
That's nice.
It was good. So in the summertime I would come home and Mr. Taylor that owns the bowling alley.
Yeah, shout out to David Taylor. Yeah.
Bryce and Brianna were my first ever group. And I was like, I don't want to do this, right?
Bryce, yeah.
So
and Brianna, both of them. Shout out to them, man. God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I start training there, and word of mouth, and I started to love it.
Yeah.
Like I started to really love the relationship that I was building with the youth.
Right.
I mean, that's my biggest thing is I love, like I got some kids everywhere now.
They love you.
Like at this point now, everywhere. But then they come home for the summer. They're like, "Yo, what you doing?"
Word.
I got a guy.
It's like they just hollering at you just regularly now.
No, Gavin Rootson, he's at Center College right now. He's like, "Hey, if you ever want to come down to a game," and him, he was in Alabama coaching, and I got some people that's playing overseas, and I mean Darian Huff still trains me. She's playing professionally. She's Jared, we in the gym today,
right?
So like just the relationships that I've built is like it's so much. It gives me so much more than what basketball was giving me, and it took a long time to really feel that way
and to find that,
accept that, right?
Right, because you just all just basketball.
It was all me.
But now this is a different level. You're really touching people in a different way.
It's a totally different.
And the way you're affecting them kids too, man. They go back, hey, Jerry taught me how to do it. Taught me to use my left hand more like this or anything, man. Like the messages and the energy that you're putting out with those kids, I guarantee it's incredible, man.
I mean, I love it. And to see them, and I mean, this is a little selfish, but and to see them, like legit see them succeed. Like I'll go to a Central North game, right? Or I'll go to a Central E-Town game, and on Central, I got their top 2 players I train. Right. At E-Town, their top 4 or 5 players I train. Nice. At North, the top couple players I train. So it's like everybody's like, you hear somebody like, that's a Jerry product, and I'm like,
that's beautiful though.
Whatever. But realistically, I feel good about that. Like,
that's something to be proud of, man. You know, and you watching them grow, you watching them come out there and work out, and they love. I guarantee, when they find out you there watching them play, they love that too.
Oh no, they do. I mean, even when they're not playing and I'm at somebody else's game, like I always sit in the corner. Like I don't like being out there. I like to go in the corner and like be to myself and like watch the game. Yeah. So my thought is like I'm gonna go to the game, I'm just chilling in the corner by myself. Mm-hmm. And I look up and there's 4 players coming up the stairs and I'm like, we about to come up and sit with you. I'm like, all right, man. So like I mean, realistically, I do like that because
that's nice.
It's a good relationship.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful, bro. So I'm beginning to this. Moving forward with this, I got some questions for you. Basically, would you choose him or her or this or that or that? All right, the first one I told you before we first started. So I got the Coach Dean Smith or Phil Jackson. Which one you rocking with?
See, all right, so. See, that's tough. When you said it earlier, I'm sitting. I'm like, dang, I need to figure this out. Because I mean,
and for your own reasoning, there's no rules. There's no like you can just for whatever you could be like. Phil Jackson's taller than Dean Smith, so I got him.
Nah.
Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Phil Jackson.
Go with Phil.
I'm gonna go with Phil only because I know Phil better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know Phil better. Yeah. So based off of what Phil has done with Jordan and Kobe, right? I'm not a Jordan and Kobe player, but the way he adjusted for
triangle offense.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To make the Bulls better.
He's more of our era, so you got to see how that all the process of that.
How he made some things happen. And then if you look at some of the stories behind him and how he was, I mean, how many coaches you know? I mean, Dennis Rodman was a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a lot. Yeah. But you got a coach who understands that, who's like, yo, listen, like, I'm going to leave him alone. Like, because if we're going to be real, Dennis Rodman, when the game started, he gave you what he had.
Most definitely left it all out there on the court.
He can go to Vegas the night before and come back the next day hungover.
With Madonna
and give you everything.
Everything. Right? He knew what to expect, so he didn't worry about him.
Right. So
that's interesting.
But most coaches are like, I'm not going to accept that. Either you be here, you don't.
Right.
And Phil Jackson was like,
you know what? That is interesting because I think a part of coaching is knowing your kids' personalities a little bit. You know what I mean?
Knowing your players.
Like if you, just knowing their tendencies
and willing to accept that they are who they are.
Right.
And he legit accepted him. So
it goes.
like,
I think it goes with teaching too. You know what I mean? It's like everybody learns differently.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore,
all that.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like I seen that process. I seen that happening. So like
that's a very good point because we didn't see Dean like that. We mainly hear about him. We look at the accolades. We look at the history of North Carolina.
Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But me, like you see, I'm like, all right, he had Jordan 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. The adjustment from Jordan from his freshman year to his junior year, like he got better.
Definitely.
He got better. But the difference between Jordan when he first came in the league to once Phil Jackson got him and he started to transition into Mike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Air Jordan.
Yeah.
It's like that switch was different.
That was a whole different level.
Than that little span. And it, I mean, realistically, that's not fair. But it is what it is. Like when he was with Dean Smith, like he got better. When he got with Phil, like things changed.
That was young boy better.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He got old man better,
GOAT better.
Yeah, the GOAT. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go better. So
that's an interesting way to put it, you know what I mean? So this is an interesting question. Would you have rather played for Rick Pitino or John Calipari based off your own interpretations?
Dang.
Is that a toughie?
Man.
Is that a petty one?
That's so tough.
And not based off this year because Kentucky, they basically
I'm just based off like
that is a tough one though.
All right, so I think Pitino is going. I think
for the culture,
Pitino's a better coach, right? He's a better coach.
You didn't want
He's a better coach. Listen, if you look at I'm an Ohio State fan at the end of the day, man.
We're in Kentucky.
But I know though, like I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way.
You're Ohio kid originally.
Pitino he's a better coach. But if I'm going to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Calipari's gonna let you rock.
Yeah, like if you that dude.
I mean, he tells his
dribble
players,
drive offense.
I went and watched him a long time ago. I went to practice.
Now he loves guards.
No,
John Cal loves his guards.
Listen, and he don't care that you mess up. He told a player came out court and he went to the rim and he dribbled out and he was like, "What are you doing?" Right,
he's patient.
I'm sitting there. He's like, "Dude," he's like, "Go shoot that layup." He said, "If you miss," he said, "I recruited them to get off the rim."
Facts.
I was like,
"It's a team sport." I
was like, "Dang." Right. So he don't even care. Like you can throw up some stupid stuff, right? I mean, don't get crazy, but
be yourself. He wants you to be yourself.
Go do your thing.
Yeah,
and
play loose and free.
He lets you rock.
He does.
So I'm like, I'm gonna pick Calipari.
You gonna pick Cal
because he gonna let me rock.
He'll let you be you.
And then he's a pro type of coach, like right.
Most definitely,
you don't have to do as much coaching.
Right. He does coaching within the guys he recruits.
Right. So
it's still a tough question.
That's hard.
Because man, Ricky P's such a champion. You know what I mean?
But he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna help you next level. Mm-hmm. Like he's a good coach. But Calipari,
so you picking Cal?
He's gonna let you rock.
I'm not gonna argue with that. Big Blue Nation, Big Blue Nation. BBN. That's nice though, and I'm looking at it like you a dribble drive guard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That kind of falls in your alley a little bit.
The offense is definitely an offense I want to run. I want to.
He would let you penetrate. You the 3D man.
He's gonna. He's gonna
drive district. You can put it up anytime.
And he's gonna give me players, so when I get there, I can say, all right, go get it.
Well, what he's gonna surround yourself with is gonna be complimentary. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So moving forward with this, that's a nice answer though. How you balance out all this busy scheduling? Because you got AAU training, you train but just about every day, and then y'all taking off on the road, y'all doing all kinds of different things. What's the best way you balance it out? You get a lot of sleep?
No.
You don't?
I don't. I need to listen.
It's important.
I got so many people like, bro, like you gotta sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's hard.
It's difficult
to get a kid because I got kids. Like, can we go at 6 in the morning?
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. And you got to be available.
Bro, I didn't have. My brother, right, told me when I was younger. He said, you need to get up in the morning to go work out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, cool, right? I didn't have nobody tell me. I didn't have nobody.
That was gonna be one of my questions: is who pushed you like that? Who helped push? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had people in my ear saying, yo, if you want to be this, you that. So like I'll look at somebody, I'll go, all right, you got Iverson. That's somebody I need to look at. I need to make sure what is he doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Stephon Marbury, Chris Paul.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear all these people talking about what these kids are doing. Like they said, that was the biggest thing for me is like people are like, yo, I heard he's doing this.
Right.
My brother was like, do 1,000 cal raises every day.
Mm-hmm.
What's they doing 1,000 cal raises? And he out there dunking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, 1,000 cal raises equal dunking. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Every night up the steps, 100 up every step. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
To where I can't walk, but once you get used to that, that 1,300 cal raises was nothing. I was just like, all right, cool. Like, it hurt, but
yeah,
that soreness was nowhere near the same soreness it was the first time I did it. So like it built. So like,
so you became that,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that became part of my life.
You made sure you surrounded yourself with what you wanted to be.
Right.
That's a good message to the youth right there too, man. So that's nice. This is a petty question. iPhone or Android? Me and Chris got into this.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Listen. All right, so I got an iPhone.
Right? What's he got over there?
I got an iPhone. Yeah. But so it took me a long time to get an iPhone. I was Android all day. I
was like that for a while.
Yeah, no, I was Android all day. My brother, I mean, everybody was talking ass. Like, bro, like, you got an Android? I'm like, first of all, my phone is better than you. I'm trying to listen. It got to the point where I was researching the difference between an Android and iPhone just so I can have ammo when somebody say, "Oh, you got an
somebody hit you
like, first of all, you can't do this. The reason why you got an iPhone is because this. You can't do this with your phone. I can do this with my phone. It became a problem. And then FaceTime was
killer.
And I was like,
that's killer. Just how you could use it, man. There's just so many different things. The accessibility.
Next day, I'm like,
Team iPhone.
Can I get an iPhone, man? Everybody like, you got an iPhone now? I'm like, yeah.
He done joined the iPhone squad. He had to.
I had to.
You had to do it. Plus the music.
It was an easy decision.
Just had to do it.
All the mess I was talking, it was an easy decision. I was like, I feel icky about it, but I definitely got an iPhone.
Team iPhone. We already know the business. Let's get the business. So moving forward with this, Jordan or LeBron?
That's easy. Jordan.
Okay.
I mean, it's
some reason behind that.
I don't know, you about to get me having
80s baby.
I mean, it's just all right.
Realistically,
if we're going off stats, right? But people don't. It bothers me because you go off these stats. You're like, all right, these numbers don't lie. Like I agree, numbers don't lie, right? You talking about points and things like that. Like, all right, cool. Like he played X amount of years. He played X amount of years. So if we're going off points. And you go points per season, right?
Right.
Like Jordan.
Per season?
And then right.
Consistently.
He was 30. He averaged 30.
Yeah.
30 point whatever.
A lot of seasons. I don't know how many.
And they're talking about who guarded
Defensive
Jordan.
Player of the Year.
I mean, it's just the arguments that people have towards like who Jordan played against. Yeah. And I'm like, but I agree with you.
That is the biggest argument.
Some of the things he's talking about, right? But the team defense was so much heavier back then.
I'll say they got away with a lot more back then. They're going to clobber you when you go to the paint.
It was tougher.
Yeah.
It was tougher to score, right? I'm not saying the people that he played against was a better defenders, but it was tougher, right? So if I can get away with grabbing your jersey,
yeah,
right, and now you can't get away with
can't lay a finger,
right?
Yeah.
So whether he was a better defender or not, if I can grab your jersey and be effective,
yeah,
that it makes me a better defender than him.
Right. It makes you a tougher player, putting up with more time.
Right.
Yeah.
So when they talk about the whole who was tougher, his defenders and all that, and then they say he couldn't play in it, like he had the 3 ball and stuff like that. I'm like, that's like like I'm not the one who said they couldn't play back in the day, right?
Goat talk.
Right?
Goat talk.
People can't play back in the day, right? LeBron would have adapted to that time, right?
Most definitely.
He would adapt it, just like Jordan would have adapted to this time. Like, imagine Michael Jordan, who was getting beat up, averaging 30 then, to where every shot he shoot now, they can't touch him.
And every time he has the ball, he gets fouled. What?
You can't touch him.
Yeah, you can't do anything to him.
So he's one of the most intelligent. And I'm doing this for the camera.
And he's gonna knock them free throws down if you do touch him.
So he's going to get to the free throw line because he's very, 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 very intelligent.
Right.
So.
And his attack mode was just, he's going to get to the rim.
He understood. Like, it's not, to me, it's not a.
So you rolling with MJ. It's not even it's not even a question.
It's not even close. Like, LeBron is legit. Like, I won't take nothing away from dude. And I'm about to say something else, man, but because it's going, but like, we don't even talk about Kobe.
I was going to ask you that because the way I ask the question usually is, it should be Jordan or LeBron or Kobe. It should be.
I mean, why is he not talked about? Like, he's not even talked about in the top 5.
I strongly agree that. I do.
So it's like,
at least 5. Yeah.
Like he's not even talked about in the top 5. Like, what?
That's a little different, because it's you know that championship he won with. He didn't hardly. I'm not gonna say they were nobodies,
right?
But do you remember the top of the core that was surrounding him with Derek Fisher? Was he on that team?
Derek Fisher and Horry and all them.
Was it Robert Horry?
Derek Fisher.
Who's the power forward? You know who I'm getting to.
Was Trevor Ariza on that team?
Maybe.
Trevor Ariza on that team. Paul Gasol. Yeah,
that's
Paul Gasol. Trevor Ariza.
Paul Gasol is probably the best player.
No, Paul Gasol.
Secondary,
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Ariza had a great. That's the reason why he was able to go to Houston after that and have a not so good career. But he had a great playoff, right?
Yeah, but they were those weren't the guys.
No,
you know what I mean. Those weren't the dudes.
Paul Gasol could have went to another team and been somebody another second guy. But the rest of them wasn't. I mean, he had no big 3. Man, no.
By far, it wasn't close to being a big 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was legit too, man. It's just when they talk about like,
there's a lot of different angles.
Just bring him up. Him up. But Jordan and LeBron, I mean, it's
I said it. I will argue that Kobe is better than LeBron. I would argue.
I wasn't gonna say it. Man.
I would argue.
I wasn't gonna say it.
So moving forward with this, so with chicken wings, you rather have drums or flats?
Flats.
Facts.
Flats.
He's a flats guy, and you know what I meant by that too.
For sure, yeah. Flats for sure. Crispy.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Get to the meat really fast on those. That's nice, man. Air Forces or Air Maxes? I slipped that one in quick, didn't I?
Dang. Okay.
I was gonna go to the Timbs, but
I about to say it depends on what Air Force. It depends on what Air Max and what Air Force, right?
Based off your own however you want to measure it.
Air Maxes in.
Maxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got some 98s. I got a couple of them. All right. I can't argue with that. Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
Oh.
I had to do that right now.
Do that, man?
It's only right now. I had to do it. It's extra petty right now for sure. A relevant question though.
Dang, that is super hard.
Isn't Cat Williams from Ohio? Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's from Ohio.
He's from Dayton.
Dayton.
He's from
Word. I thought so. Yeah.
God, man. Cat Williams funny. He's super funny.
God, he's ignorant funny.
Dang, man, come on, man. Why would you do that?
It's tough.
I mean, I gotta go with Cat Williams.
Yeah, go Cat?
I gotta go with Cat Williams.
I feel that. He relates to the people.
Nah, and he like
going on with him right now.
He hold people down, man.
Yeah.
Like he do. He legit be holding people down.
I seen some stories, I mean, he's giving people bread, he's doing people favors.
Right.
I didn't even know that happened.
Nah, he legit, and he's
in a real way, you know.
he's actually a really intelligent dude.
Most definitely.
Like if you listen to some of the things he say, right? Like even when it be on some other stuff, right? When you actually listen to what he be saying, some of the things he said, like he said something in that interview,
like the conscious stuff that he's talking about, the awareness, like, whoa, what you put it like that?
Man,
That's crazy.
He was like,
what you thinking?
Like, winners can't allow losers to rewrite history. And for most people, it's just like, that was like, I'm like,
I felt that though.
Truth, though.
I felt that. You got to control your narrative, especially nowadays.
Right. That's the truth. That's some
facts.
Real everyday stuff.
Most definitely. Especially with the internet world we in today. You could be sleeping, somebody could be writing something about you right now. Right. You don't even know.
Right. I mean, it's
that's facts. Yeah. So moving forward, which one is more ferocious to you? Vince Carter's dunks or Sean Kemp's?
Golly, bro. Like, what
Another toughie? That's a petty one.
Ferocious?
Or which one you picking? Like if you watch a highlight film, which one would you rather look in front of and watch? Vince Carter's highlights or Sean Kemp's? Mainly on the dunking part though. We don't really care about how they shoot.
No, I don't.
We want some slam bam jam.
Did they shoot? Vince Carter didn't start shooting until the end of his career.
He was like,
I mean, you have to go Vince Carter.
You want Vince?
I mean, we were talking about ferocious Sean Kemp all day, but we're talking about like just like, all right, man, highlight reel. Let's go to work.
You're right.
Vince Carter.
Oh my God.
I mean,
oh my Lord.
He was 40 still. They were still throwing the ball top of the backboard with him. He dunked over somebody.
Yeah, 7 footer.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go with Vince Carter.
And what did it was that, remember that the slam dunk contest when he the arm in the rim joint?
Now that's like a all the time dunk.
Yeah.
People do that
like
all
he
the
set
time.
the trend for that.
He just started, but like
that's a good point.
He
was different, man. Even in college, he was just nasty.
It was just
him and Antoine Jameson. It looked different out there.
I mean, they
didn't win it that year with that. I think did they go to the Final Four? Got beat in the Final Four, I believe.
That team was good though.
Really good.
That team was good though.
Very nice. So I seen when Luka dropped 73 the other night. Did you see that?
I seen all the highlights.
What was the defense? Did you?
What defense?
There is no defense.
It's
73.
I don't want to say that
double.
But the league, people be like, you be saying they on defense, but how can you say that? I'm like, my bad. All right, they got defense, but like the league is so designed. The league is so designed
for the offensive player
to score, right?
Yeah.
Like point sales.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So
point sale tickets.
So they're gonna take away. Like the referees is killing the league now. They're killing the league.
It's hard to even watch.
It's killing
everything's a foul, isn't it?
Like I hate it, and everything's a technical. Everything.
Yeah.
But
they blow that whistle like no other.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
So I mean it's easy for Luka. I mean his pace.
Easy 73.
His pace is so.
That's
perfect.
That's a good point right there.
It's perfect.
I mean, he's playing the same pace he started off with. Yeah, it's like he kind of slowly starts. He's scoring easily. I mean, first quarter, he may have 15, 20 the first quarter easy.
Right.
He already at 15, 20.
And you can't jump. So, like, he's so smart. So, like, he catches the basketball and
can't touch him, like you said.
This right here. So, you got to be far away. You got to give him space.
Yeah.
If you don't give him space, he's going to use his hand. He's going to get a foul.
Mm-hmm. You got to respect everything.
So, this right here, you got to lunge. You know, he's going past you.
You got the footwork.
And he's smart. So, it's like.
Very smart.
Guards like that and Kyrie and Dame and all, like, scoring the basketball.
It's
when they're intelligent.
Yeah.
When they're intelligent like that, scoring the basketball is easy. It's just,
nothing.
Am I on to that tonight or not?
Yeah, you're
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
Am I knocking down the jumpers or not?
And Kyrie went like 4 or 5 games where he was like 45, 47. Like straight. And you're like.
And they're streaky. Yeah. He might have 12 straight games with 45. And you're right. Back in the day, if you went for 35, that was a crazy game.
Like, you had 35
like you was eating. Yeah. That's a very good point, man. It's in the offensive person's favor. Yeah, you're right.
No, I mean it's
yeah. They want to score the points and fill the tickets. It's a business. And Embiid went for a big game too. He went for what was it, 60 or 70?
He went for
something crazy. He's a lot better than this shit.
I want to say, was it 72 or something? No, dang.
I want to say it was 60, but it was at least 60.
It might have been 60.
Maybe 60.
But he was
60.
and it was all from the elbow. Like he was getting to his spot. Like
that is a spot.
People don't understand. Like getting to your spot is for real. I mean, he was getting to
Yeah,
a spot.
it is for real.
Getting to that elbow, it's hard to double that spot, right?
Yeah.
You get to the elbow, and if they're doubling, you see the floor perfectly.
Yes,
right?
yes. It's like when somebody's running zone and you throwing it to the middle of that zone.
That middle spot.
Now you decision making.
It's because when you catch the ball, when you get to that spot, you see where the doubles are coming from. It's rare that somebody's behind you. So he's getting to that spot, and now he's just getting to that spot like it's 1-on-1. Like
that's interesting. You said your spot because you're right. Like Steph Curry's spot might be from the top of the key.
Yeah, no, right. He know what his spot is.
That's his spot.
Right.
Rips Hamilton, you come around the corner, you're gonna be on that elbow, mid-range
spot.
Yeah, you're right, man.
So everybody know, and he was getting to it the whole game, and it was just one of those. He can do it. Yeah. Is it falling? It's falling. Your teammates is feeding you.
He was feeling it the other night, bro. Big man too, man. So Xbox or PlayStation?
I mean, I grew up with PlayStation.
You PlayStation kid?
I grew up with PlayStation, so
I'm with the PlayStation.
I'm PlayStation.
Whenever I do, yeah,
right.
I'm a PlayStation kid. So so would you rather play NBA Jam or Madden?
Oh, NBA Jam. It's not NBA Jam wasn't even Madden was mad fun, but NBA Jam, I mean, I'm talking about that
was different.
He's heating up, he's on fire, like all those small things like that.
Yeah. They flip up, they jump out of the screen.
NBA Jam was it, bro. Like Madden was a fun game. Like
definitely
you get busted on Madden, you like
it was like 1,000 versions of Madden.
Yeah, NBA Jam was like
that was game. Very fun.
Right?
And it was 2-on-2.
2-on-2.
2-on-2, bro.
2-on-2, yeah. Jordan and Pippen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sean Kemp and Detlef Shrimp.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it was. Yeah, I was.
So, favorite restaurant? You got one, or would you rather go out to eat like home cooked meal?
If I had a decision, home cooked meal all day long.
But you're on the road a lot with the AAU teams and stuff.
I normally when I go out of town, like I be trying to find like a hole in the wall places.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Some of them places got the best food.
They be legit. Like I try to find a hole in the wall place, or I try to find new stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got.
That's how I am.
The parents that I deal with be like, let's try something new.
Right.
I'm like, I'm game. Let's go.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
I love trying different varieties.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a new area.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's a nice answer. You got a lot of healthy eating habits? Because I know you do training yourself and stay in shape.
Yeah.
Do you watch it a lot?
I don't. That is legit. Right, I'm trying to gain like 15 pounds, and I'm trying to make every excuse a while, and it's really my discipline.
Personal, yeah.
It's really my discipline. Like I'm like, I need to make sure I eat breakfast every morning, and I need to stay away from this. Right, like I'm trying to stay away from, stay away from sodas. Right.
Yeah.
I'll be good. I'll go like 2 or 3 weeks where I'm like,
I
don't even need one. Right.
Right.
And I'm chilling one day, and I'm like,
have that moment.
I'm like, why are you in my house?
They're sitting right there looking at you.
Why are you in my house?
You consider Sprite a soda?
Yeah.
See, that's what's tricky because I drink Sprite, but I don't drink no other soda. So I'm like, I'm just drinking Sprite. You know what I mean?
No, so that's
zero sugar.
Right, so that's my thing, right?
Zero sugar.
So that's my thing. That's my thing. All right, so those right there, when I was drinking those, my problem, I'm drinking regular Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
So the Sprite Zeros is straight. Like
that's all I drink.
I think it's straight.
Yeah.
So but
then I put sugar in my coffee though.
I do sugar, man. I can't even. I'm not supposed to, right? Like I'm not supposed to, but like.
I mean, you're only human.
That's where my problem is my eating. Like I go work out.
Right.
I go do DA. DA is like a strength and conditioning guy over at the Sports Flex. Like he's like legit. I go work with him, and he's like, Joe, you need to do this. I go lift with Chris, and Chris is like, yo, I'm trying to eat like this and da. I'm like, all right, cool. Then we leave there. I'm like. How am I about to do this?
Burger King
rallies, right? And
it's because you're working out. Like if you weren't active, you'd be like, oh no, I can't eat this crap right now. You know what I mean? I gotta go get busy.
Right.
But since you stay active, it's like I can eat this and get away with it.
It's bad though. Because I got a goal, and I tell these kids like, you got to go. Like if you really want that, man, you gonna go for it. Like if you really want it, like you're gonna go for it, right? And discipline. You gotta be disciplined. Like the discipline part is super hard. Like if you want it, you can do it. And then
that's one of my questions is what's more important to you think? Is it discipline or motivation? Which one do you think is more important than what you do day by day?
Oh, discipline.
Definitely.
Discipline.
Most definitely.
For me, motivation is so temporary.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. It's so temporary. So it's like you motivated for the moment, and then once that motivation leaves,
yeah,
I'm back to where I was doing before. Whatever.
Yeah.
So when you become disciplined, like you, all right, like I don't eat that.
Yeah.
And then I go
consistently,
and I consistently don't eat that because I'm disciplined enough to say I'm not about to eat that.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely discipline. Motivation is way too temporary for me.
That's a very good answer. Nice. Yeah, discipline and motivation. That's a question that I ask often. So how you feel about the NIL deals nowadays? Since you being a former player,
I hate it.
And now you seeing them eating like that.
I hate it. I hate it.
You said I hate it.
Nah, for real talk. I love it. I mean,
I know what you mean by the hate part.
You know what I'm saying? But like I'm up in Georgetown in this Pizza Hut, like plastered, right? Like they loved me at that Pizza Hut. That was an NIL deal for sure. For sure. That Pizza Hut was gonna give me an NIL deal. I've been in Georgetown like, yes, right?
Yeah.
They give me $100 a month. I don't care what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me
a little incentives.
That's what's up. Nah, and it's great. I mean, they need it. Like it should have been from the start.
Most definitely.
These
remember Maurice Claret? Remember that?
Right. Everybody getting in trouble for a living.
Yeah, the goofy stuff, man. Oh, he took a burger or a jersey.
For living, kids are getting ruled ineligible because
Reggie Bush.
Somebody gave them a car to get to school.
I mean, it's insane.
When they was missing school.
Yeah.
Right. Like
you can't help people now. Like wow.
So I mean, it was.
But so yeah, the change had to occur.
Now it's ruining the sports. It is
recruiting.
They deserve it, but like.
I think it's changing the league, basically.
The college.
Yeah.
NCAA. It is.
Made more of a business now.
So much. It was already a business.
Yeah.
Right. And they're making it more of a. These kids.
Yeah. The marketing.
Yeah.
It is different.
Yeah, it is.
When I was watching the NCAA tournament and then it went to a commercial and I seen Jacob Toppin on the AT&T commercial, right. I was like, yo, we here now. Like it's different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now it's just regular.
It's normal.
Yeah, now it's normal.
They making millions.
If
I'm a really good college women's basketball player,
yeah,
I'm not going to the league until my 4th year. Like I'm going every single year.
If I was Shedeur Sanders, I would just stay there for all 4. Him and his brother.
Listen,
I'm like, hey, coach, we here right now.
Listen,
I'm good.
Reese from LSU.
Yeah,
I think her contract is like $2.something million.
But just stupid guap already.
I'm not leaving LSU.
No.
I might listen.
For what?
I might redshirt a year. Go back another year. Like for real,
spend some money and then come back.
She's not making it in the league. You know
right.
She's not going to WNBA. It's messed up the way WNBA ain't not getting paid. Like
I do agree. They need more interest to WNBA league. They deserve it.
So
it's not the same.
I be having mixed feelings. Like no, you're right. Like the way the NBA. But I blame the women players.
It's not as exciting.
Women basketball. I'm talking about like not in the league, right? The supporters, right? The fans, women fans, right? Because I'm like, all right, cool. Like you got all these women. Mm-hmm. The majority of the fans that go to WNBA games, be dads taking their daughters. You know what I'm saying?
Word?
It be men, right?
Right.
You got some women going to these WNBA games, but for the most part, it's men. Going to these games, supporting and stuff like that, supporting they're taking their daughters and things like that. They might take their wife or whatever, but like,
right.
It ain't a whole bunch of women stand up like, man, I ain't about to go to an NBA game. Let's go to a WNBA game.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot of shout about it. I think there used to be a lot more. I think it was more interest when Cheryl Swoops and
back in the day,
whole squad.
Back in the day, it was definitely jumping a whole lot more.
Yeah. Sure. I think so, but I also think they had more star players then. Now it's like every now and then there's a. The standouts and girls and standouts. It's just a little different.
It's tough. I mean, I hate it, but
they just need more interest.
They do.
That's a good deal, man. So, above the rim or Coach Carter? Which one you riding with?
All right. I mean, that for me, it's the easy choice. But I mean, I'm gonna look like a jerk if I don't go with Coach Carter. Nah, I'm not going with Coach Carter.
Nah, I wouldn't
Above
either.
the rim.
Okay, facts.
Above the
way.
rim. I mean, not so. I mean, above the rim was legit.
I mean, I grew up in government houses, so
man.
above the rim.
Above the rim all day.
Yeah, all day, every day.
All day.
Okay, I got another one for you though. Reggie Bush or Charles Woodson? Both won the Heisman. Both just dumb nice on the gridiron. Different positions though.
I about to say that.
But Charles Woodson could play receiver too. Yeah, he was that nice.
I mean, I'm gonna go with
Reggie Bush was nice.
Reggie, he wasn't nice for that long though. That's my only thing.
How long is that? Sophomore year? He left?
Yeah.
2 years at USC?
You talking about college or
college? Let's leave it at college.
Oh, Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
You talking about college? Reggie Bush. Yeah,
college.
He was
yeah.
scary in college.
Yeah.
He was
nasty. I mean, they both won the Heisman now.
But I mean, he was scary in college.
He was different.
Like he was run you over.
The cuts too, just cutting all over the field.
I'm talking about have you be like, oh,
play running back, then play receiver. Then
he was Reggie Bush was if you're talking about college, yeah, I'm gonna go with Reggie Bush.
Nice. That's nice. I cannot argue with that answer at all. Allen Iverson or Kyrie Irving? Kyrie or AI?
Come on.
This is a toughie. I think it's a good one.
I'm gonna go with Allen Iverson, but
okay.
So like I'm looking at it like this.
I know you got a pair of them AIs too.
Oh, for sure. Right now,
you probably got more AI shoes than Kyrie's.
Allen Iverson. Iverson used to be my favorite basketball shoe. But Kyrie's, I love Kyrie's shoes.
Like the lows?
Love it. Like lows. Love
most of the styles is low.
Yeah. I can't wait till the new shoe come out.
Yeah.
Like
I do like the Kyrie shoe.
Yeah, Kyrie shoe.
I think they're a little bit more plainly designed, but I think the fit and the grip of playing in them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so hard. Iverson, because Iverson.
Okay.
Iverson every night was like, yo, bro. Like he had nothing. It was like, I'm about to give you 50.
He's a killer.
There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to give you 50. Kyrie, he got too much going on for me. Like he got too much going on. Now he's
socially
too much. I mean, just like even like his way of thinking on the court. Sometimes I'm like, bro, why?
Like I know what you mean. Instead of making, I remember a coach told me one time, like making one move and then making your decision is better than making 5 moves just to score 2 points.
Right.
So I think that's what you're trying to say.
I mean, he just does a lot.
A lot of dribbles.
Now he's cold, and he can't take a team, right?
Kyrie
can't take a team.
He needs a second man. He needs 2 men.
He can't take a team.
Yeah.
Iverson.
Mutombo. That's it. Eric Snow.
Now listen. I'm not taking nothing away from that, man. Like they did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
For them to be successful, right?
But we gotta take a little bit from them because they not.
I mean, no, they're not there, right? They weren't like.
They not Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and
they're
Paul
not.
Pierce.
They're not another team. Like, oh man, if we can get him. No, they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Aaron McKee.
Yeah.
Yep. So they didn't
complementary pieces,
right? But
no pure shooters.
But they did. Aaron McKee had the midi. I mean,
they had one. Nothing. Yeah, they had one. Yeah.
So they did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
To give Iverson the rest, right?
So he was more of a leader than Kyrie.
He was way more of a scorer, like a scorer. Like Kyrie can score, but Iverson every night went out like, all right, I got to get 50 so we can win.
Also direct the team a little bit.
So guarding him is like every night, like golly. Like Kyrie can
at point you gonna put up 50 on us?
Yeah, no, and he was
serious about it.
Dog.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Like to get hit by Shaq that many times and get up and keep going.
He was
a dog.
Jordan point guard.
Yeah, no, he was a dog.
Yeah.
He was a dog. So like, I mean,
So AI.
Trendsetter
too, man. Like what he did for our culture and the game and what he brought to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to go around playing hooping. I used to see people wearing sleeves like,
for no
bro,
reason.
why? Yeah,
no
why
reason.
you wearing a sleeve for, bro?
You like for no reason. Had on the wrong arm. You like, bro. People had 2 sleeves on. Why you got 2 sleeves on, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he was. I mean, and
definitely.
then people start the break. I mean, it just
Yeah,
everything. Like
shorts, everything.
his whole everything. Like he was a legit.
Even at Georgetown, like people was getting them Georgetown jackets. You know, them joints, the starter joints.
He was for sure a trendsetter.
Yeah,
for sure. I hated it for him because of that, because they didn't like that at all.
That's nice.
That was legit.
I mean, you was an ankle breaker yourself, man. You slapped the crossover on them too, man.
Him and Tim Hardaway.
You had a mean crossover.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, them too.
Tim Hardaway and he didn't do a lot of the other way. It was more of just a
boom, boom,
straight cross.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
boom, boom, get out. Switch chain.
The double joint. Yeah,
right. So stuff like that.
Okay, AI baby. So, what was more monumental when Allen Iverson slapped the crossover on Jordan, or LeBron's chase down block in the NBA Finals against the Warriors, Game 7 on Eagle Dollar?
I mean that
they got Iverson step over the jump shot too over Tyronn Lue, but I said the crossover was crazy.
No, the crossover, like that's talked about, like
crossover. Yeah,
I mean it's slowly starting to fade away because the youth now don't really be watching basketball for real.
But you're right.
But
they showed that highlight in between games randomly.
It's still talked about now.
Yeah,
like that. I mean,
so you're picking the crossover.
He's the greatest player to ever play the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he was defensive player of the year.
Yeah, crossing the goat up.
And for you to hear Jordan get him, and then that happened to him after, like, I could see if it was like Jordan get him, and then he won like 4 or 5 possessions, and then finally he got one.
Yeah.
But like the very first time, like Jordan get him, and Jordan like, I knew it. Here I come, and then
it was a disgusting crossover.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
he had him going the other direction.
Yeah, I mean, like
he had him.
Oh, you can't guard that. Oh yeah, you bite. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. So like,
and finish the play.
But it
was nothing. He act like he'd been there before.
No, but he's a.
I give it to you.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Different.
It ain't many dogs. Like the NBA got a lot of talented players. Like the talent is flooding the NBA right now. Yeah. But as far as like that dog, like just that, like, bro, I'm about to give you 50. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm about to give you 50.
I like his story too, man. I think the dog comes from his upbringing and the cloth he was cut from. He got locked up for no reason, and
all that.
Yeah, he had to overcome a lot. Virginia, you know, I mean. So maybe they'll talk about Bron's touchdown block a little bit more though, and try to equal it, because the media, they love LeBron.
You have to. I mean, but dude, I can't like even if you wanted to hate on him, like you're gonna look bad hating on LeBron, because
I know what you mean.
He does good stuff.
He's loved.
You know what I'm saying? He does good stuff. Like you can't take that away from him.
He's appreciated.
I don't like that they can.
The comparison to the GOAT.
Yeah, I'd rather you just not do the whole GOAT.
Yeah, like leave him where he's at.
Just leave it. He's for this era.
Yeah,
he's the GOAT.
He's
right.
Definitely
for the kids now, because they don't know Jordan,
and they need a hero too.
Yeah. So he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of this era.
Like we had one. That was a heck of a hero. Jordan we had to look up to. You know what I mean?
So.
Yeah, I like that answer. I like it. So the old school game compared to the new school. How you feel about that, man? No hand checking. More of a finesse game. Like you said, they market the game to where you can put up more, that whistle blowing.
I mean, I like bits and pieces and don't like bits and pieces of each, right?
Right.
Back in the day, I didn't have a problem with hand checking back in the day. Like my game developed based off of that, right? Mm-hmm. It allowed me to understand, okay, I need this much force. I need to get him more. I need to bump him this hard to get more space to where I can get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plus
your pull up game.
Them being more aggressive allows me to do more things, right?
Right.
So, but not being a touch at all is just like,
Because nowadays you could do a Euro step, already have the defender beat, get touched, boom, and
Yeah,
one.
no, it's
You can already
now
beat your
it's
defender,
like,
then they finger on you, boom, they calling the foul.
it's easy. It's
Yeah.
easy. And it's creating them to now because of that,
Mhm.
they're starting to do the manipulation, right? Like
Factual.
all right, I'm selling it, right?
Mhm.
I'm about to sell it.
They're
You
looking
only,
for that.
get touched.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the worst. I hate watching it. They fall.
And
They're
they
dramatic.
act like and then you do the replay and you be like,
nothing happened.
bro, you didn't get touched.
Yeah. Nothing happened. They didn't get touched at all.
So me, I deal with kids all the time, right?
Yeah.
They're watching this.
Mhm.
So we in the middle of workouts and let's play 1-on-1, check ball up. Dude, it's a foul.
Now they're looking for bailouts.
Where did he hit you at? He hit me right here. Like he hit me right there. Like
if you gotta, if you gotta show me where he hit you, you didn't get fouled.
You didn't get fouled.
No.
So but I can't even be mad at him. I gotta look at him like, yo, stop watching NBA.
Yeah, it's what they're looking at, man. They see that.
Yeah.
So it's different in that regard. I think that's the biggest difference.
It's
There's a lot more stretch big guys out now too.
See that part I love.
I do.
I
do like that.
I hate that they're not like it's having a like Jokic is the only Embiid. Jokic and Embiid is the only ones that's really like legit posting up anymore, right?
Right.
Like
and they don't even have to. Like it's just when they need to, when they need a bucket.
Nope. And so you got all these it's crazy. You got like 6'10", 270s not getting no clock.
Yeah.
Because they're old school posts. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you need them though.
Yeah.
Like it changes it makes someone else have to guard.
It does.
So why would you not have them? Like the game has went away from that. Like I don't like that part. That it's gone away. Stretch big. I love it, but to where it's gone away to there's no more posts. I mean, there's no more point guards.
Right.
There's no more point guards in the league.
In juxtaposition to that, though, if you do have a situation where you can post guys up, keep doing it.
Right. I mean,
just keep going to it because nobody else hardly is.
No, they do not.
I don't see hardly anybody. Maybe a few college teams.
They don't.
College, everybody can't play like that. So but the way they're recruiting, the way they're drafting, it's like they're almost like, oh, I got to develop into this.
You have to be a type of player.
Yeah.
Like
Oscar Sheway,
right?
Kentucky, rebounding machine. But I got to get to the gym. I got to start putting shots up,
shooting the three.
Or I'm not going to the NBA like that.
If you can't shoot the three, it's a wrap. If
you
can't at least pick a pop.
Yeah, you at least got to pull up. Yeah,
so
pull up, pick, pop, on the dime, just about.
Yeah.
But I've always admired that about you because you got that, the pull up, pick, pop. You got the quickness, the court vision. You know what I mean? And you definitely a point guard guy. So I got to ask you this though: top 5 favorite point guards. And then I'm gonna need your top 5 of all time after that. Boy, I'm gonna keep you with the points right now.
Magic is number 1. That's the question.
I'm a Magic dude too.
All right, so this is where it gets tricky though.
Right out the Magic.
Right, no. So Chris Paul is my point guard. Like that's my guy. I think Chris Paul.
I compare you to him. Him and Marbury.
I mean, those are my. I'm like him. Yeah. I love Marbury too. But when you start looking at, all right, so they like Steph Curry, and I'm like, see, Steph Curry.
He's a whole different version of point.
But he's not a point guard to me.
Right.
Right? Like he's a scoring guard
Shooting
to me.
point.
Like, I think he's a scoring guard to where like he plays the point.
Right.
But he's a scorer.
Right.
So it's like when I look at point guard, right? If you talk about my all-time point guards, I'm looking at the Magics, the Isaiah Thomas, the
traditional point guards.
Yeah. So like, but if we're talking about just like a point guard, they're considered a point guard, then I'm gonna go with
however you want to put it, based off your own version. You know what I mean? And we in a position in this basketball era, but your own point guard list.
I can't leave them off, so I'm gonna have to put them on there. So Magic for sure.
Steph on yours? It's always a question. It's tough. Isaiah Thomas? Or is he a little bit ahead of us?
Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Steph is on there. You have to put Steph Curry.
It's
on
hard
there.
not
Like
to.
there's no way.
I was watching him play last night.
Steph Curry is. I mean, he's because they have him labeled as a point guard.
Right.
He has to be on there.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a question. Like he's.
I do like him at the 2 though. I would try to get him off ball.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't even have to dribble the ball up the court. I'm like, yo, Steph, go on the wing. Come around this pick. I got you.
Because he really it's
floppy.
Really, it's not even. He don't even. It's not. He's not. I don't know, man. Like
run the floppy for him. You know what I mean?
It's not even a point guard. Like he's a scoring guard. Like that's just what he is. He's a scoring guard. Like he
does score.
He's going to. So like if we look at it, I'm like he don't even assist the ball that much. Like he does, right? So like
when he needs to.
Him cutting to the basket, him cutting and moving, it pulls other people with him, right?
Yeah.
So it makes somebody open.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what he does is great, right? Yeah. It's great. He don't even have to have a ball in his hand. He can just cut to the basket
wherever he's at
and go there.
Yeah.
It pulls other people to like, oh shoot, I can't let him.
He deserves all that attention.
Yeah, I can't leave him open. So somebody's open in the corner, right?
Yeah.
So he has to be on there.
Yeah. It's tough though.
Isaiah Thomas.
Is he one of your favorites? Top 5?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because he's so tough.
Definitely.
He's mean.
He's old school tough.
He's mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Detroit Pistons with the bad boys. Yeah.
Right? Like
is that 3?
I mean, that's
4?
4.
Magic,
Steph,
Chris Paul, Isaiah
Thomas, and I'm gonna probably go with Kyrie.
Word?
Yeah. I mean, I like. See, Iverson.
He's a scoring guard too.
I feel like he was a 2.
He's a scoring guard too.
I feel like. Yeah. See.
Good point.
They labeled him sometimes at the 2 guard. That Eric Snow was a point sometimes.
You're right.
So it's just like.
I think in college he had to play more of the core point guard.
Yeah, no, in college he did.
Because he was that guy.
In college he did.
Yeah.
But like, if we're talking about 2s, Iverson is in that era.
He's a scoring guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a scoring guard.
I agree.
So I will put him with my 2s.
So you don't consider LeBron a point then? That answers the question.
No.
A 3?
No.
Small 4?
He's a 3.
You're a basketball guy. Yeah.
He's a 3. Because can he play? I mean, anybody can. If you can pass the ball, you can play a point.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you got good court vision, you can play the point.
Yeah.
That's like saying, is Jokic a point?
Right.
He gets the ball top of the key and dribble.
Because Anthony Davis can dribble.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I don't like the fact that LeBron is a pass first player. Like, he got to look to score first. And because you have that good court vision, you can see the floor so well that then you can pass the ball. That's great, but you got to look to score more. And I mean, he's been doing that. So I really
feel later in his career. Yeah,
he's been doing that.
That's a nice top 5 though. I can't as far as point guard. So all around top 5 though. Jerry's dream team. Who you got? Don't even have to be positions. You can name 5 shooting guards if you want to. But I gotta get it. I gotta get this from you.
Shaq. For sure.
Shaq Daddy Diesel. Okay. That's the way to start it. That's a good way to start.
I mean, realistically, if I'm just going not position wise, I just say, all right, let's put a team together. I'm gonna go Shaq, Kobe, Jordan, Magic, LeBron.
Nice.
I mean, if I'm just going like off just like this,
Kobe, Shaq, Kobe, Jordan, Magic, LeBron. Yeah. I'm
gonna go with that. And if they're like positions, I'm like, all right, you gotta get Tim Duncan in there.
Yeah.
You gotta, but I mean, realistically, I'm talking about Jordan and Kobe's they're gonna butt heads a lot.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I mean, I there's no way Jordan and Kobe are my 2.
Mm-hmm. So you think like 10 years down the line, do you think a lot of people's list to change?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
With the way it's going right now, you know what I mean? The game's changing.
I don't know. Realistically, I don't know anybody right now who would move anybody out.
Yeah, so
because LeBron's already in it, right? LeBron's already in everybody's top 2.
That's what it's looking like. Yeah.
So Steph Curry not moving nobody out of the top 5.
Facts.
I don't see Steph.
You would have to start with Steph. Then you have to start with
I don't see Steph Curry moving anybody.
Jokic and Luka and all these people.
Now Jokic will move. Yeah. Jokic may move somebody. Shaq is the most dominant player to ever play the game.
Yeah, because this is the truth. Right? If Shaq was on the court with Embiid, he would back Embiid down. We throw that rock down there, and he turned around and pulverized it.
He was barbecue chicken, right?
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
People don't understand Shaq before he went to the Lakers.
Different.
Yeah, before he went to the Lakers, he can move.
Yeah,
like move. Like he was pushing the ball in transition.
Yeah, like running that LSU years. Like he was running down
handling
the court.
The basketball. People don't understand. Like he used to be able to. He handled the ball.
Yeah,
like make a move, go to the basket.
Yeah,
like he can move.
Like Charles Barkley did too. Yeah.
So
a lot of people don't understand that.
No. Like he was great.
Do you think Zion Williamson? You think he lived up to the expectations?
No.
Or the hype?
No.
Not even close.
But I don't think it's totally his fault.
Right.
And most people are like, man, he eat this and da. I'm like, no, that's true, right?
Oh, you talking about when he gained all that weight and stuff?
He hasn't had a legit a year to like showcase what he's truly capable of doing. Like,
right. He's still young too. I mean,
he's young. So as of right now, like, no, he's underachieving drastically. It's bad. But I feel like if he, whatever he's going through, if he get it figured out, if he ever get it figured out, potentially he can be
turning around,
dangerous.
Yeah. If he, I mean,
he can be another Vince Carter type thing.
Yeah. Like he's still showing his ability, but I think it is the conditioning.
No,
up to this point,
it's just,
because you still see the skill set.
Yeah.
You still see that.
Yeah.
That's tricky. So that's a nice 5. Was you a big A1 mixtape dude?
Oh my God, yes.
I guarantee you
Who wasn't. if you wasn't, you didn't hoop.
A1 was crazy.
If you wasn't, you didn't hoop. I'm talking about they was making those
shirts,
those Nike commercials. I mean, it was just, if you was, there was no way. The culture was too powerful.
It was too deep. Yeah.
It was too powerful for you not to be an N1.
Yeah.
Be part of N1.
Man, they had merch.
Everything.
They had mixtapes.
I mean, let you be wearing that pair of N1s right now. People
right.
Like, bro, what is you doing?
Nigga, like, what are those?
What are you doing? But I had 3 or 4 pair of Air Ones.
Didn't we though?
Like,
we did.
Hooping.
Yeah.
Like, this is like,
I mean, they had basketballs, tank tops, headbands, wristbands.
It was
N1 era.
Those videos
that was dope, man.
Hot sauce. Everybody doing like
the moves, the dribbles.
Like you bro, you double dribbling, but they don't care. That's a carry.
That's the thing. That's what's crazy about.
Like you can do that, and you can do that move in the pickup game, and they be like, "Oh, yo, he got you."
Yeah,
like, bro, I just double dribble.
I just put the ball in my shirt, swung it around,
like
I'm top of your head.
All right there, like bro, like you're not doing nothing with that, but you do it, and they're like, "Yo, you could do that."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, if you, it was too powerful.
Yeah, there was no rules.
Too powerful.
You could throw the ball, do the Harlem Shake. Back tip it,
bumping off people's head. Like people don't understand. All that stuff that y'all doing right now, like that came from something, right?
Definitely,
it came from something. It started to change, like the NBA.
Yeah,
players
it changed the NBA.
Started looking at them and be like, "Oh, okay."
Because when Skip to my Lou went to the league, they're like, "Yo,
who is this?
We got a street baller in the league."
Hey, listen, I didn't even know. It's crazy. He was playing one time and it was like Rayford Austin. And I was like, looking at it, it was like, yo, you know, like Rayford Austin, he played for the ball. I'm like, what about him? Then I skipped to my Lou.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I had to wake up and realize that too. I'm like, that's him?
Dang. All right, cool. So, but
$1 million contract.
Yeah. That man, it was that culture. That culture was crazy.
I feel like more people came out and played too whenever that was going on.
No, it was
street ball.
Man, it was
dirt bowls.
It was them traveling from city to city. Like it was for real.
Yeah, they had a whole different situation.
That was, I hated that going away. Like them not.
I wonder what the default, how that deflated. You know what I mean?
Man, it was they got a special on Netflix called Untold.
I bet that's hard.
And one Untold. Yeah, I watched it. It's deep.
I bet that's dope, man.
It's deep.
Remember Big Cadillac?
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm telling you, it's deep. They're talking about
Untold. I gotta check that out.
It's on Netflix called Untold and One, and it tells you how it started.
Yeah,
the dudes who started it, like which was genius.
Like the pioneer, the originators.
Yeah, the dude. Like if you see when you see who started, you can be like,
what?
Right now, for real, it's crazy.
And it makes me think of players like even like White Chocolate, Jason Williams. he was and one-ish. You know what I mean?
He was in one.
Yeah, his handles was different out
his
there.
Passes.
Yeah, passes.
I mean, he was just,
Pistol
like
Pete style.
all of it. Like he was
nice.
Yes, he was another who was bringing that culture to the NBA.
Yeah,
like it was.
I remember he played for Florida, man, and he came Rupp Arena. He cooked Kentucky. I think he went for about 28, 30. Slapped them on him.
He was for real.
Yeah,
he was for real.
They need to talk about him a little bit more. So, have you ever been to Rucker Park?
Not to play.
But you been there?
Yeah, my sister's ex-husband.
That's dope.
We went up there, and then we was able to see all that. I mean, it's
so you got to experience that.
Yeah,
that's dope, man. I never been.
No, it's what's crazy is you walk on it, right? It looked like outside Pritchard Community Center, right?
Right.
Like it's just a court,
and then people,
right? But then like you feel it, like you walk out there and like we went out there, people, some kids just shooting around and playing some basketball, and it wasn't no big game or anything like that, but you feel it, like you like, man, this is where
the atmosphere.
This is Rucker Park. This is where it happens, and you can feel it, right?
And all the legends.
And then people start coming down to like do some runs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like it's just like, and then the people
right
there,
the culture,
like old guy, he's probably a dad or something like that, but he playing in jeans, super hard, super
like
hard.
Nothing. Going hard.
I'm in high school, jeans. Like I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, all right, cool. You know
but he's serious out there.
He's serious. Like, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this.
He's just street.
And it's like because they cared about basketball so much.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like what y'all doing? Let's go.
It's part of that New York culture.
I love this.
You remember the blackout they had? Where Fat Joe and Jay-Z called the game.
Oh yeah.
And they had all the players come out with Kobe and everything. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So transferring from high school to college, what was the most challenging thing? Like the campus life?
Campus life?
Yeah.
That was the easy part.
The reason?
Like really, the campus was, basketball was crazy hard.
So basketball was the biggest challenge?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, just
competition.
When you're in high school, you run the same plays every day, right?
Yeah.
You go through practice, you run through, coach got 10 plays.
Flex.
Yeah, you run the same plays, whatever. And my senior year, it was run for low. Get out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coach Earl was like.
Yeah.
But when I got to college, he hands you a booklet. A book. It's like that thick.
Of plays?
Those are the plays.
Oh no.
And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, there's no way we can run all these plays.
They had a booklet of plays?
Oh no. When you get
like football,
the defenses, you run through everything.
What?
And the bad thing about it, you're a point guard. I gotta know.
And you point.
I gotta know what he does.
Yeah.
What he do.
Definitely.
So when I'm in the middle of practice, I'm working on my plays while I'm coaching them how to do plays.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
so you wanted to make sure you was the orchestra leader out there,
right? I mean, it was the campus life was.
So that is next level point guard.
Yeah, it was a breeze.
Yeah, because I was playing point guard. That was basically Josh.
Yeah, no, it was. You gotta know what they do. You gotta know what they do. You gotta know what they do. You better do this right here. You gotta know where to pass the ball to the player at. You gotta know everything.
So the game got a lot more complex for you.
I mean, I struggled like the first probably like 3 weeks.
I mean, that's a big step though, man. Paying attention to what everybody does on the court all the time.
Knowing studying that rule book. And then watching film. Film was I didn't know how to watch film when I got to college.
Right.
Learning how to like legit watch film, like break things down.
A film watcher. I'm Tom Brady. Yeah.
Like I used to be sitting in the office like this, like 4 hours later. Like you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
But it enhanced my
your knowledge of the game,
IQ to another level because I started to see it. Right. I'm like he be watching film and he's like, you see that? He'll stop him like, all right, what do you see? And I'm like. Mm-hmm. This and this and this.
So onlookers, your coach is challenging you too.
He's like figured it out. I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm like I can watch film with the kids around here. Like, boom, what do you see? Maybe a dude in the corner right here, and they only pay attention to him. Like, bro, what's he doing? Like, oh, I'm like, yeah.
So you can always get better.
Yeah,
always, man. Improvement. So that's nice, man. So what do you miss most about playing? What do you think? What would be the most things? You know, being with your teammates or the brotherhood part?
The brotherhood was, that's first. Especially That 07. See, that 708 team.
Yeah, that team was looking.
If I can
nasty.
add a few players to my 09 team.
Yeah.
If I can add a few players to put with that team.
Yeah, combined.
Like that brotherhood was legit. Like I'm telling you, man. Like we would hang out.
That's got to be a nice feeling.
14 deep at a party, like.
So then when you go to court, it's like these my brothers.
This was nothing.
Yeah.
Like our relationship was nothing. I'm throwing. I know he gonna be there. He told me 6 games ago he gonna be there.
Right.
Right. And now I'm like, all right, let's see.
Right.
And he's there. So, the brotherhood was, because I still got a relationship with him now. You know
that's a lot of people don't understand about sports, man. It's that brotherhood. These are my people.
It's a fraternity. Everybody be like, yo, why don't you join the fraternity? Like, I do.
Right. I mean, it's just like the army. You going out, y'all are experiencing moments together and ups and downs, trials, tribulations.
The downs is when you really need them.
Yeah.
When you in there, you got somebody to complain with, right?
Yeah.
Like, the coach have you go through hell.
Yeah. And
you get to complain with.
Right.
And the coach is tripping, man.
Good teammates, you know they're gonna bring you up.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
that's nice, man. So what's the most electrifying gymnasium crowd that you say you ever played in? Because you played in some crazy environments. I see some lit games.
Georgetown.
I mean, y'all were 19-0 at home.
Georgetown. I mean, listen.
07, 08.
I mean,
how many games did y'all lose? How many games you lose at home? You say the whole time being at Georgetown? Not many.
Probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean because 19-0 one season.
Yeah, and we lost 3 or 4 one year. So
it's hard.
Yeah,
that's
but
nice.
I mean,
that says a lot about the brotherhood right there.
Georgetown. That program is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best in the country.
Yeah.
Nice. NAIA basketball, it's the best in the country.
NAIA.
And Georgetown, the school, that gym packs people in.
The Georgetown Tigers.
It's the.
I noticed that. I noticed the way it's built. A little bit closed in.
It's so.
But
man.
I think that makes it more lit.
It is. Yeah. I mean, like when we was in high school, we played against North, right?
Yeah.
How it was crazy touching it, right? I'm like, I'm gonna miss this. Like, I'm going on all these visits to all these schools, and I see these big arenas, right? Right. You're not packing those arenas in like the way you like. It's just not happening anymore, right? So I'm like, dang, I'm gonna miss that kind of. I went to Georgetown. I'm like, this is more intense than in high school. Like, we played at Xavier.
Definitely. Oh yeah, Xavier. I guarantee that was.
So.
That's a big time.
I don't want to tell you, but so we playing against Xavier. This is a guy named last name Brown. So they passed the ball, and now they was kind of packed, whatever. I mean, they were packed, and it was an exhibition game, and it was packed for exhibition game. So like I'm sitting there, and they're in transition. They throw the ball to the wing. He catches the basketball like half court. So I run. I get the ball to the block. I take a step forward from the block, take a charge. He jumps.
Gotcha.
Boom! Dunk on me, fall and one, everything, right? So I'm thinking about Georgetown. Like Georgetown, confetti everywhere.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. Like they had some confetti. It was just like not as intense as I thought it was gonna be. Like I was gonna lay there and be like, dang, but it was like it was like
little mini party confetti.
Whatever. Now they made a YouTube about it and all that kind of stuff like that. Like, had the best dunks happened already, whatever. Because it was a good play, but I was expecting it to be like crazy,
like nuts.
Yeah, and I was like, I got up like.
So when
it was over.
They didn't Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Nah, it was like I was like, dang, like that. I'm so glad I went to a Georgetown because like those, like bro, like
those. It brings something out of you when you're in that moment and the intensity level of the game, the electricity.
When you hear it, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, Georgetown. I mean, that gym was.
Yeah, it looked lit.
It
looked lit.
It was crazy.
And you was making some nice plays in that gym, and every time you could hear him, go Jerry, go.
Oh, man. I mean, we played against West Virginia Tech. It was like we tied up with like 30 seconds, and I get a steal. I lay the ball up, we go up 2. And it's like 20 seconds left. I get another steal. I come that court, I throw out the glass. We had to do a Justin Taylor.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like 6'2".
Threw it up to him. What?
I'm talking about he went in the crowd, all that kind of stuff. His ability was crazy. But we did that. I'm talking about like
that's
it
nice.
went
like
crazy,
insane in there.
insane. And it's crazy. He up in the crowd like this. They all grabbing on him like,
and that's that moment.
Like we in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like after the game, like those kind of crowds, you walking through a tunnel and it's like people like touching on you, like they want to touch you. Like I'm like I feel like I'm in the league right now.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
So it was that Georgetown, that gym was. I
wish I would have came to a game or two to see that. Yeah.
It would have been, that environment was.
I like that. So moving forward with this, Sunset Park, He Got Game. Which movie you rocking with the most? Sunset Park. What time is it? It's
time to get live. Busy Bee. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go with Sunset Park.
Word.
Now He Got Game. He Got Game to me.
The storyline.
It was
deeper.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But they're like, Jerry, like, yo, we about to watch a movie. Which one you want to watch? Sunset Park all day. Like it was just like,
it was more togetherness.
Yeah, it was just like a feel good movie.
Yeah,
you
right.
Like, even though it didn't work out, like it was still a feel good movie. Like, dang, this is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He Got Game was just a good movie.
Yeah, good movie. Good storyline. You know we love Ray Allen.
And you got Denzel.
We love Denzel. Yeah,
right? Like, it was a good movie.
Had his little girlfriend. Yeah,
right. But Sunset Park was like.
I think Sunset Park goes along with that brotherhood too. You know what I mean? The way they're coming together.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two is classics. Glory Road or Remember the Titans?
Come on, man.
I think I know the answer to this already, but I don't know.
That's tough.
You think so? Okay.
That's for me.
It is tough.
It is. Like I
had to do it
because you going basketball and football.
Yeah. I crossed them on that one.
The only reason why.
But the reason why I went basketball and football on that one because of the type of storyline both of those movies brought. Yeah.
And we're talking about the actual movie and how they did it. God, jeez.
And then you got Denzel again too.
I mean, Remember the Titans is Remember the Titans.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying?
It's classic. Everything about it. Every line, everything.
That's it. Like it said, that's.
It's a toughie. That's a petty one.
And the only reason why
And you know what's crazy? You know what Glory Road meant to us, like, as a culture.
Remember the Titans, like what that. For me, it was the same thing. It was just Glory Road was on a way higher level. It
meant a lot.
That changed things.
And plus basketball love it too.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know I know it touched you in a different way.
And it changed things,
it
right?
Did.
That right there, like Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans was a great movie. It was a great storyline.
Definitely.
And it changed things in that area, right?
Mm-hmm.
It allowed those people in that area to start thinking differently, right?
Definitely.
And it
Virginia?
Yeah. And it might have went a little bit further, right?
Definitely.
But this right here,
so it's more global, more of a monumental impact.
It was a stronger touch, right?
Yeah, it changed the trajectory of a lot of different things, like for years and decades to come.
Right. I mean, for him to do that, like that's like
the story
to say, and then the ones that was able to say, you know what, I'm gonna sit this game out for y'all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be okay with that.
The sacrifice part of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit this out for y'all.
It's
bigger than me.
It's bigger than the game.
For you to have to say, it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
And then the pressure that they had to. That's pressure.
Oh my God! As kids too.
That's pressure.
Yeah.
Like it's only gonna be y'all out there, right?
Yeah.
So like, if y'all fail,
definitely.
Y'all fail to everybody, like it's on your back.
We're depending on you all to get through this,
right? And the way they're like, that's a lot of pressure for them, like tons of pressure for them
to
overcome that right there. And then the ones that sacrifice, it was like that. You have to put that number one because of how big it was.
It was just a major impact. Like it's just I can't argue with that, man. Two classics.
Yeah.
Two classics. But I'm gonna think, okay. So moving forward with this, who do you think is like one of the most underrated players ever? Basketball. Because to me, I think Jamal Crawford was nice. You remember him?
All right, so no, I love Jamal Crawford.
He was different,
and he did not get the credit.
He's one of them. You know what I mean? Or maybe a Tracy McGrady. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that.
Yeah. T Mac, bro, stop getting hurt.
Yeah,
he stopped getting hurt, and he has a. I mean, he don't get hurt. He has a better career.
Yeah, he had that back problem.
For real, somebody who I think don't get enough talked about. Yeah, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like
Hakeem the Dream.
Like,
and he's a champion. So how could this be?
It's just
why don't we talk about him?
Because he wasn't. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't the greats?
I don't know.
Like you'll see Barkley and them, you'll see Kenny Smith and them talking about him, but why don't we say
no? Because we don't. I feel like there's not enough of us who care at that level, right? Some of us do.
Is it politics?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Is it politics? I mean, I don't know.
It could be. It could be because if you look at it, it's
like why don't we?
Nobody wanted to guard him.
Nah.
Nobody wanted.
I mean, they wanted, bro.
Nobody wanted
crazy
to guard him.
Footwork.
Nobody wanted to guard him. He was
touch.
For real. He's his move. People mimic that fadeaway jump shot. Out of that, Jordan's.
And then the turnaround and then the up and under.
His footwork was it was the best in the league. I will argue that with anybody.
I wonder. I mean, we just don't.
We don't talk about him. He's not talked about, and it's almost like.
How many championships did he win?
2.
I thought it was 2.
2.
2 of them. 2 championships. They don't talk about it that much. That's different.
They don't.
They talk about Barkley more than they talk about Olajuwon.
They don't. And he was Olajuwon.
He was incredible. I'd say
he's in my. When we talk about bigs, he's in my top.
Yeah.
That's not even a question. He's in my top.
Yeah. I say Diesel was the power guy, and he was the footwork finesse guy.
He was. I mean, they talk about and nothing against Yao Ming, but they talk about Yao Ming more than they talk about Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
And Yao Ming was legit. He did his thing. He was a really good player.
Yeah.
Hakeem Olajuwon, if you think about all the people who trained with him.
Yeah.
Kobe and all the people who went in.
Hakeem the Dream.
Come on, man. The Dream. Come on, man.
You remember when DeAndre Jordan dunked on Brandon Knight? Remember that?
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, on that lob?
Yeah.
That's not
how nasty was that?
It was Chris Paul's fault. He was a jerk for that. I tell you that.
He slapped him on.
He was a jerk for that. I tell you that.
He set him up right.
So bad.
Perfectly, didn't he?
But come on, Brandon, you don't jump like that.
Right. He don't. He's not a jumper.
You don't jump like that.
That's not his style of play.
So I don't care.
So what did you do?
In my eyes, I don't care what the situation was. You don't put yourself in a situation where you jump.
Right.
You don't.
Especially with somebody that's known for posterizing people in.
Let's even go further and say you didn't even know it was him. Right?
Let's give him that. Let's say that.
Let's say, all right, you didn't know it was him.
You was lost out there for a second.
But the ball went in the air. Why was your first instinct to say, you know what, let me go jump for that?
I don't know.
Nope.
6'2",
nope. You don't do that. Now, if you was on some Baron Davis type stuff where you just punching on everybody and you have the ability to, I'm about to go do some stuff.
More physicality about you. Yeah.
That's not you.
Yeah.
So you getting dunked on, bro.
He made history for all the wrong reasons.
Man.
We didn't even hear much about him after that. It was different.
No. Him and the same way LeBron dunked on
who was that?
Terry?
The lob? Yeah.
Jason
that
Terry.
Was disgusting.
Jason Terry. They made memes about that. And
yes.
Bro,
when he played for Boston.
In what world? He's another one. Brian Terry, you're not.
Why you gonna do that?
Jason Terry, you're not known for dunking like that.
No.
At all.
He's basically on Brandon Knight's level.
So what makes you? Or he threw a lob back, right?
Yeah.
What made you jump?
He went and he didn't even throw his arms up when he jumped. He kind of.
No, he went. He said, "Oh, dang."
He said, "Oh, I shouldn't have did that," and then got cooked, got killed,
and then fell on you. The way you fell, what made you?
And then fell.
What made you do that?
I don't know. He committed suicide,
and it stayed with him.
Because that's because us as shorter guys, we're not the types of basketball, but we know the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna do that.
What not to do? Like, I'm sorry. Like, coach, you gonna have to take me out the game.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm chasing down D Wade, right, and I might before he goes up, I might swipe the ball down before it gets out, right?
Yeah.
Like, I may do that, but once I see him throw a lob, I'm running with him. Me and him are running together out of bounds
in unison
because he's gonna whoever he threw the ball to is gonna dunk. I don't block shots like that, so I'm not about to turn around and jump.
Yeah, know yourself.
It's not even I'm not even have the like. It's not even going to trigger
maybe
to my brain to where I'm like, oh, dude, let me go do that. I'm not even going to turn my head to do that. I'm like, oh, that's who he threw the ball to, right?
Maybe a strip.
I'm swiping down at you. If you throw it up there, I'm like, dang.
If I'm getting
out of bounds. Yeah. I'm getting out of bounds with you. I'm not turning around. It's in the air.
Yeah. I mean, they turned that into like they made history out of that.
It was. I mean, he did a podcast. He was talking to somebody about it, and they brought it up.
Or Jason Terry.
Jason Terry
brought it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, they brought it up to Jason Terry.
What did he have to say about it?
We gotta bring it up, right? He's like, I know. He was like, man, it changed my. He said that moment right there changed my career.
Definitely.
It changed my career. He was like, man, they had memes of him. Him falling into the streets.
Oh yeah, I mean, his body getting put into the concrete.
I mean, it was. He was like, man, it was everywhere, man. He's like, and then he said, what the problem is? So people are cruel. They don't understand. Like my kids,
they don't care nowadays.
My kids, friends, it's talking mess to their kids.
It's in the archives.
It's everywhere, bro. It's in the cloud.
It's very easy accessible.
Right.
His son could type it in right now,
man. Yeah. And his friends like, yo, man, you remember when your dad got? Yo, I'm saying, first of all, that's a fight. That's a fight. You know, even if my dad on bad terms right now, you know what I'm saying? Even if me and my dad ain't cool, you can't talk about my dad, man.
We can't. There's certain things you can't bring up. That's one.
I gotta fight you, bro. Like I don't even want to do this because me and my dude not close. Me and dude not close, man. But we gotta fight.
It was something to my whole, bro. I kept rewinding.
It was bad. It was bad. I'm like, what? Moment like that, what made you say, you know what, let me jump with LeBron James?
Yeah, like when Shaq was tearing the glass out the backboards and stuff. Why would you jump with that?
I'm not. As soon as I see that you have me beat by a step, and you're in the air,
you could take that too.
I'm getting out of bounds, so when it bounced to me, I can catch the basketball and throw it in, so we can get up there, up the court. Like, all right, cool. Like
it's just a deuce.
He's an advantage, right?
Yeah.
All right, so your advantage is you just dunked at me. All right, cool. I know I can't guard you like that. All right, let me get the ball out and get the ball out fast.
It's not the game.
Shaq is still down here. I'm gonna run past him and get a layup. Like I'm gonna do something else.
Think ahead. It's not the game winning bucket.
Nope. And it's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. And that's your personality too, man. You lay back, you like,
man, we can't dwell on that. We knew he was gonna get 40 this game, right? That was in the scouting report. We knew he was gonna get 40, right? He's averaging 40. All right, so he got his average. So let's go.
Right.
We knew that. We put those points on the board before practice started. 40 points was Shaq, right? We knew that.
Yeah.
All right.
You know DeAndre Jordan is gonna dunk.
Right. We know these are what they're gonna do. Let's get it out. Let's go. We can't dwell on that.
Can't be the hero all the time.
Cannot.
But this is dope, bro, that you came up here, man. Nice conversation.
Man, seriously, man. I appreciate this. When you was like, hey, I was like, absolutely. First of all, when he gonna ask me to come on here? For real.
What?
For real. When he gonna ask me to come
on? No, I had to get you on here, man.
Good, though, man. I appreciate that, for real.
Man, bringing that wonderful energy. You always humble. And the persona about you is always professional, you know what I mean? And you are a positive example right now, man. Leading the youth, you know what I mean? Black coach, you know what I mean? Good for the community, you know what I mean? A leader of intelligence, you know what I mean? And you got the skills, the wisdom, just, big ups, man. Keep doing what you're doing. It's beautiful. Keep
doing what you're doing. This right here this is it. This is it. I watched one when you had Antoine Barber on there. I'm like, this the atmosphere you bring. It's like, it's comforting. You know what I'm saying? So I really big ups to you, man. This nice. Right here is legit.
I appreciate that, man. I put that love into the to the atmosphere.
You do. I like that.
Appreciate it, man. So we're rocking like that, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's get the business.
Yo, let's get the business.